Hello, you amazing hackers. Today I want to give you guys the last video in the bug bounty methodology recon series. So, is this a complete overview? No, of course not. This is just basics. What I want to do is give you guys an idea of what's possible, and I want you guys to investigate further yourselves. So, I'm not going to explain everything in detail, but this should give you a pretty good strategy for how to do recon on your target. So the next video series that I'll be starting will be about actually exploiting your target. So I'll be using the exploits I've been laying out over on the channel over the past few weeks and months. And I'll be using that to actually give you guys a bug bounty methodology that you can use yourself as a basis to start investigating and hunting and maybe start building your own checklist. Today I want to give you guys the last part in the recon series, and the last tool I usually use is the Wayback machine. Now I picked out a subdomain of Google, feedburner.google.com, and I've entered it into the Wayback machine. Now many of you probably already know the calendar view. On this view, Wayback machine, first of all, what it does is it archives the internet. So it takes a snapshot of a web page, it marks it with a date, and that way you can go back in time. For example, for feedburner.google.com, the earliest snapshot was made in 2008. And you can just go to that specific snapshot, you can open it, and you can see how the website looked back then. So that's a pretty useful tool. I like using it, of course, because it can give you user credentials. It can give you stuff on the website that has been removed but is still accessible. It can give you all kinds of cool stuff. But what's also really nice about Wayback Machine is that it has some other tabs, and it only got those recently, so I'm going to be going over those. The first one is the Collections tab. Now in the Collections tab, it'll try to group all of the different requests that it made into groups, into collections. As you can see, for example, here you have some novel coronavirus collections. This is pretty useful to give you sort of an overview of the website. But what's more useful is the changes. So here you can see what has changed at what point. So Wayback Machine will take snapshots in certain times and points in time, and it will tell you if the change from the previous snapshot has been low, and it will be marked gray, or if it has been a high change. So if a lot has been changed, it will be marked blue. This will be useful because you can compare two different variations and see what exactly changed. That way you don't just have to go through every single snapshot that has been taken and seeing what has changed. So as you can see here, a big change happened on July 15th to feedburner.com from the previous snapshot. And we can compare those as well. I'm not going to be doing that in this video. Now another tab that we have is the summary. When this works, now feedburner.google.com is a giant website. There are a lot of sub folders on there. There's a lot of stuff on there. So we get a 500 internal server error because the response is too big. On other websites, I cannot show you those specifically because of legal issues, but you can enter your website in here and it will give you a nice overview of all of the different URLs that you can reach on that website. It's a little bit similar to the sitemap, which I'll be showing you guys now. So for example, the sitemap, you can see for each specific year what the sitemap looked like, sort of. So in the middle you have your original domain, feedburner.google.com, and it'll start branching out. So as you can see, the next URL is /fb, and you have fb/a, and then we go specifically to the headline animator, and then you can see different install directories here. Now this might be an interesting path to investigate and see if it's still there, because it was in the year 2019. Maybe it's still there right now. Also, the mail verifier might be an interesting spot to look. There are many different, so as you can see when you hover over these with your mouse, you can see all of the different things that you can do and all of the different items that were in the sitemap. Now when you click one of these specifically, it will take you to that So for example, if I take this one, it'll take me to a snapshot in 2019 of what this website looked like, so I'll have an idea, which is pretty useful, of course, but it's a lot more useful to know what the sitemap looked like over the years. If you go back a few years, you might find some endpoints that are still there in the current website, but they're just no longer on the main website published where they are or easily accessible. Well, you can still find them using the Wayback machine. So a lot of useful stuff in here. I hope you guys are able to use this as well in your bug bounty hunting, or in your OSINT, anything, of course. So I hope this added any value to your life. If it did, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks and bye.